the hell has no scientific journal tested and demonstrated that these guys can do something miraculous?
Yeah. If you want to look, there are many scientific journals who are testing. Like, for example, I'll give you a simple example. You can look in the YouTube itself, okay?
No, YouTube. I'm not going to go looking at YouTube.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to tell you just one example. Hear me out. There is one guy, okay, who has not eaten food for many years.
Bullshit.
Do you believe this is possible?
No, I actually, not only do I not believe that it's possible, I am utterly convinced that it is a lie. These supposed sun eaters have been tested, and they are liars. Now, that doesn't mean they're all liars. Maybe you found somebody who actually can exist without eating. But until they're tested under strict conditions, you can't claim that it's true. And the fact that you would point to YouTube and say, look, here's a video about a guy who claims he hasn't eaten anything in years. I mean, that's just nonsense.
Come on, I'm trying to tell you that there are certain examples and we can personally go and investigate. What is the big deal?
I can't investigate whether or not somebody has eaten in the past 3 years, but what I can do is lock them in a room without food and see how long they last. And no wonder the JREF doesn't want to test your absolutely preposterous claim. You started off by talking about somebody who could look at pictures and tell you about people. And now, as your prime example, you want to go to a test that is harmful.
What? I'm ready for that kind of challenge that I will take you to those people.
I don't want to go to somebody who claims they haven't
That
eaten.
is the problem.
No. The problem.
You're running away. You're scared to face the truth.
I'm scared. Would you let me finish the sentence? What I was saying was, I don't want to go see those people who claim they haven't eaten, because going to see them can prove nothing. Going to see someone who claims that they haven't eaten in years proves nothing. Do you know how long you'd have to sit with somebody and guard them to make sure that they weren't eating? Do you have any idea what that entails?
Okay, scientifically I'll tell you, it takes 45 days for a man to die without food. Okay?
So how do these people demonstrate that they haven't had food in 3 years or whatever?
No, you don't have to stay there, stick around for 3 years. I'm saying just stick around for 60 days. That is the reason. You have to be equally passionate to find out the truth. They are ready to test themselves.
But how can you tell? How can you tell from a YouTube video?
That is not fair, no?
How can you tell by watching a YouTube video that this person didn't eat for even 45 days?
I'm not saying that.
Have you ever sat with any of them for 60 plus days?
I have seen people myself my whole life. But
Have you actually sat with any of these supposed sun eaters for 60 plus days, non-stop, 24 hours, verifying that they didn't eat?
I have not said.
You haven't?
I have not said, but we have to give them the benefit of doubt.
No, we don't. You don't give the benefit of the doubt on claims about not eating food. Are you going to give somebody the benefit of the doubt when they claim that they can fly?
Listen, we have to give them the benefit of doubt because we have to go there and test them.
No, I'm not the one running away here. You're the one running away. You're running away by giving them the benefit of the doubt. You found something and you're willing to just go ahead and accept it at face value. And I'm sorry, but
I'm a scientific guy.
You are not scientific.
Okay, and evaluate them scientifically, and these people, okay.
You are demonstrating that you do not understand the rigors of scientific investigation. Do you think that, for example, Scientific American magazine would publish a big old article about these sun eaters, these people who don't eat, and say, our reason for accepting this is that we must give them the benefit of the doubt? Do you think that's the way science works?
Science works based on a lot of, financing by corporations. Do you believe in all scientific journals?
We're done. Thanks so much for calling in.
No, listen.
No, we're done. I was actually going to do something kind of fun today, and I'm sorry, I want to make sure you get in on this too, which was to have everybody in the studio audience kind of like get a card, and when they reached the point at which they would hang up on the caller, they would just hold it up, and then when I saw enough of these, that would determine, and I wouldn't hang up before I saw enough of them, but I forgot to hand out the cards. Science doesn't work that way, does it, John?
No, it doesn't. And as soon as he said give them the benefit of the doubt on some claim they make, you're already outside the realm of science there. Science is demonstrating you don't give anything the benefit of the doubt in science.
Yeah. I mean, the benefit of the doubt is something that we would call faith and gullibility. It's one of those things where you can actually test those people. You could probably come up with a somewhat safe scientific protocol. But yeah, these people who claim that they don't eat, you would have to lock them up in a room and monitor them 24/7 to make sure that nobody was sneaking them any food. You'd have to monitor their health conditions. And there's a number of different ways that they could potentially cheat. One of the things is when scientists go and investigate this, they need to have people who are experts in fooling people involved in setting up the test protocols, which is why the James Randi Educational Foundation is run by magicians. And magicians are involved in, as far as I can tell, every test protocol they've ever set up, because that's where the expertise is in fooling people. It's just, I hear these things, these amazing things, and when we go, on the occasions when we investigate these, it's kind of silly that, pretend like we're not willing to investigate them. If somebody makes this amazing, miraculous claim, dowsing, we've tested dowsers over and over and over again. Will we ever reach a point where we've tested dowsers enough that we don't have to test them anymore? Well, as a rule, in the broad-based scientific pursuit of truth, no, we'll never reach that point, because it's possible that somebody could develop a dowsing talent or ability that's paranormal, and they could pass. There might be somebody who could pass. But when it comes to determining how we're going to spend our time, I'm pretty sure we don't really need to waste time testing dowsers anymore. At least, anybody who wants to be tested and verified should have to pass some preliminary tests that don't waste the time of the people who are busy trying to do things like, I don't know, cure cancer. I talk to the dead. Great. When they talk back and you can prove it, then we'll have something to talk about.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's so far outside the realm of everything that we've experienced that it's an extraordinary claim. So, okay, well, yeah, like you said, it may be true that somebody didn't eat for 60 days and survived. That would be an extraordinary claim. You don't just believe that until they can be proved to be doing some kind of trick. It's the other way around. If you want to do science,